Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and today we're going to do a project using our 12 by 12 pattern papers, which probably we are not going to use ever. So I have chosen a few papers which I will not be using in my projects anywhere in the distant future too. So I have decided to make some collage pages, you can say, or strips, which I will be using in my project that I'm currently working on. So this is like, I'm just going to show you what the papers look like. So these were actually 12 by 12 sheets of paper that I have cut down and made them into 6 by 12. So that is only because I want to make them manageable to work with, and also like if you have a larger perspective or a larger paper, then sometimes it is a little bit intimidating or difficult to guesstimate how it will look once you cut it down to size. So because I'm going to use up every little inch of this collaged paper that I'm going to create, I would like to see what I'm going to get at the end result. So that is one of the reasons why I have cut them down to 6 by 12. So I'll just show you how it was and how it's looking now. So this was what it was, and I'm probably never going to use these papers, and I do have a ton of these papers, paper pack, and they are not cardstock pattern paper, they are paperweight, so they are pretty thin, and even if I collage on them, it's not going to be very thick or bulky, because after that I'm going to back them up with tea stain papers. Obviously it's going to get bulkier, so you'll have at least 3 layers of paper, one on top, one this paper, and one at the back. So it's going to get very thick at the end. So I'm using paperweight papers. These are pretty, they come in a very thick pack, like 300 papers, and they are very much suitable for projects like this. And I do have quite a few paper packs like this which I want to use up, and so I've decided to make some masterboard neutral collage backgrounds for my forthcoming project. So my forthcoming project is actually, I'm working on 2 designing projects. This is for Tsunami Rose Designs. I'll post a link to his shop, as well as the masterboard pages that I'm going to, the ephemera pages that I'm going to use to create the background. So I'm using 2 ephemera packs from Tsunami Rose Designs, and you get a ton of pages in this. I think one has 30 pages and the other has 25 to 30 pages. So there's lots and lots of things to work with. So I have, what I've done is I have just taken off the white edges from some of the papers, because I won't be requiring everything. And I've also taken some book pages that I had in my stash. I don't have too many book pages, and some doily, some music paper, some newsprints, and I'm going to probably use some like this. So I'm going to create the neutral background first, and then I'm going to come back and add accents to those neutral backgrounds for, which will be very much cohesive to the project I'm working on. So I'm going to use mostly papers from these ephemera packs that are available in Etsy, Tsunami Rose Designs. I am going to just a second, guys. Okay, so I am going to link the 2 kits that I'm using for the masterboard background, because they are very neutral and it is excellent to work with those. You get a ton of I'll just show you one of the packs. You get images like this, and then what I'll do is I'll cut them down into tags or journal cards, and I'll give them a stitched look and add accents to it. Then this is going to be a project, ongoing project. So I'm sorry if you're hearing some sort of weird furniture moving sounds, as I always apologize in most of my videos if I'm not doing a voiceover, that I live in a big apartment and it is always, something is always going on, you know, it's a very busy place like this. So so that's it. So there are many pages in this ephemera pack, and as I said before, I'm using 2 ephemera packs, and as you can see, you get a ton of options. So you can basically you know, use a lot of stuff from here. So the lighting can be a little bit weird. I apologize beforehand because I'm filming at a different location, different situation, different than where I usually do. So that might be one of the reasons, but otherwise I hope that everything is going to go smoothly. So here are some of the pages that I have cut down. I've just sliced them in half. I like to keep them in the lengthwise because I know if I make tags, I can make at least 4 tags, or if I make narrow tags, then I can make 5 tags. If I make journal cards, then I can at least make 4 of them. So this will just give me an idea that what I will get in my journal cards or tags. So this is a good idea to cut your paper down, and then you can start doing the masterboard. Then you can start doing the collage. It breaks down your vision, you know, in a way, and makes collaging a little bit easier. So let's start without further ado. So I will walk you through the process as I do this, and I am going to do a voiceover for that, so you don't need to listen to my constant batter. So that's it. So keep watching. So here I am using this 6x12 paper, as I talked before, and I will be using basically 2 ephemera packs that are very neutral in color, because I know not everybody has access to vintage book pages or pages. So I am trying to show you how you can use your digital downloads also to make masterboards, or you know, backgrounds for your collage cards or journal cards, journal tags. So this I have used 2 ephemera packs from Tsunami Rose Designs. I'll link those 2 kits below in the description box so you can check them, and they are basically huge, you know, and you get a ton of options there. So I am using this handwritten page that is a part of the ephemera kit. I think this is ephemera kit 56, if I'm not wrong. Then of course I will obviously put the links below in the description box, and I'm just trying to guesstimate what I would use next to that. So I would use a different color just to set both of them off so that they stand out a little bit. And I'm going to take off that word Western Union, you know, money transfer, Western Union, some sort of telegram, some word that is there, because I want to use that word. So I generally try to, you know, go with the neutral background, because that gives you ample scope to play with other elements later on. And I don't put down the focal points way too early, you know. I create the background and then I try to put in the focal point, because I often make journal cards, tags of different sizes, and I will show you towards the end. If you please watch till the end, so that you will see how you can cut down and have no wastage whatsoever from this 6x12 long sheet. Yeah, so I'm just trying to lay things down. So that's a book page that I have, and but most of the things that I'm using are from the digital ephemera packs, because I find because I personally do not have many book pages or much vintage books, because it's just that I do not have. I'm pretty new to this basically, so I do not have too many vintage books. So I often tend to go towards the digital backgrounds, because I think that there are lots of options out there, and you get such lovely paper packs and ephemera, and you can also get to use up your scrap bits after your project has been done. So I am using another ephemera pack. Just as I said, I will be basically using 2 ephemera packs from Tsunami Rose Designs to create the masterboard collage background. And they are huge kits, and you get a ton of options. As I said, one has smaller labels and tickets sort of thing, envelopes, a lot of different eclectic items, and the other has these office ephemera, letters, handwritten elements in the kit. So you can create a very interesting collage background. This is a wrapping paper that I have, and I'm using just a bit of this because I like to break down the colors. As you can see, I'm using different colors, but in a very neutral way, so that the background is able to take any kind of project that you want to use them for. So I don't use only butterflies or florals or anything of that sort. I try to keep it as neutral as possible, and then I will start creating the background. So I'm just trying to figure out the camera angle, because I found I should give you a better view. So I'm trying to move things around and see how this is going to fare. So please bear with me as I move the camera around a little bit, and I found that it was one of the weirdest angles. So I'm also using some vintage photo just to ink up some of the edges, and so I'm just trying to move my camera a little bit, and now I think it's better. So I'm using I will be using some inking along the edges. Not all of the scraps will have inking at the edges, because I don't want to give them a very grungy look. Basically I'm making some ephemera for my design team project for Tsunami Rose Designs, and I'm using the Ambrosia kit. It is a very colorful and very pretty kit with lots of collage elements. Basically the papers are all consisting of collage style. That's what draw me towards it. So I am also trying to create some collage backgrounds for the journal cards now. So I'm using that handwritten letter sort of thing towards the corner, and then I will show you how you can create an interesting background by staggering things up. I always suggest that you stagger papers at different heights and use different sizes of paper, so that will give you a very interesting background. Once you start using that, you will see how it looks once you put a little bit of the things down. So I take off those tiny bits because I thought it was too long, and so I am going to use them later on. I'm just trying to figure out where I want this to be. So just as I was saying, these masterboards are extremely useful if you're trying to build up your stash, if you want to use up your scraps, if you want to use up a lot of papers that you're not going to use in any other way. And also you can create some interesting neutral backgrounds for your future projects, which will help you to give your journals a signature look. That's your style. So So I'm just trying to put that book page, that Italian dictionary that I have, and I'm just trying to put that page down on the other corner. So sorry about that glue stick, and I am just trying to put things down. So I have quite a few new subscribers on my channel, and welcome ladies to my channel. I hope you like what you are watching, and if you like this, then please give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me. And to all my older subscribers who have been hanging around for me to pop over, I really am so humbled and grateful to you people for supporting me in all the ways. Just a like, just a comment, just a subscription would mean a lot to me. You would be supporting me in a way that you can never ever imagine. So also I have donation button. So if you want to buy me a coffee, if you want to be a member of my Buy Me a Coffee program, then of course feel free to join, and you will have access to digitals every month, because I already have uploaded quite a few digitals over at Buy Me a Coffee, and the new digitals for April are also coming soon. So probably I'm going to upload that in a week's time. So if you want to be a patron of sorts, you can buy monthly subscription, or if you want, you can make a one-time donation. It's totally up to you, whatever suits you, or however way you want me to support me is always very much appreciated, and I will be ever so grateful. So here ladies, I'm just trying to glue this tiny bit, and if you notice carefully, you will see that I have used all sorts of neutral colors, mostly from those ephemera packs, and any image that you try to use as a focal point will be very much visible and very much eye-catching on these kind of backgrounds. So I'm just trying to figure out. So I have used that Italian book page on the left hand side corner, and now I'm using the other part of that page on the right hand corner, because that would give you a balanced kind of look if you want to make something bigger, like if you want to make a journal card like a book. So it will give a nice background, and I'm not worried about the thickness of this the paperweight paper that I'm using, pattern paper, because at the end you'll get a pretty sturdy kind of journal card or tag or whatever ephemera you're planning on making out of these Collage Masterboards, because they are going to be pretty sturdy. They will have 3 layers of paper, basically. One on the top, the scraps that we are using or the neutral papers that we are using, and one the base, and then when I'm going to line this up with some tea stained paper, it's going to be super sturdy. So now I'm trying to use up those little bits that are left. So I'm just staggering things up. As you can see, these papers are all at different heights. So that is the trick to create a interesting background, is try to put 2 papers that are very close to their color scheme or color, and then put the third one a little bit different from the other 2. Like you can see how I have placed all the colors. They are very neutral, but that little sea foam kind of label just pops out, because that is standing on top of those 2 neutral backgrounds. And that is the trick to create a very eye-catching masterboard collage. So you can make you can use these small ephemera that are available in the either of the 2 ephemera packs. But I also have these scraps because I'm making a traveler's notebook size journal. So I have these scraps, and I am planning to use them up in the masterboards. I love these scraps because they will also give me a variety of colors a little bit, so I can go with that green one. Yeah, so I'm just going to take that off, but I'm just trying to cover up those empty spaces, but this one is too long, so I'm going to trim that off and use it over there. So try to put down bigger pieces first, and then you'll be able to guesstimate what are the smaller spaces that are left behind that needs your attention, and then you can add on smaller ephemera. I don't add the labels or the accent labels beforehand. I try to do that after I have cut down the tags or journal cards, and I think that works best for me, but it's totally your choice. You can put them beforehand also, and cut as you please. However you you feel suitable. I'm just tongue-tied right now. I'm yet to have my morning cup of coffee, and I think that can be one of the reasons. So I need to finish this uploading and then get back to then make a cup of coffee for myself, and then I think my brain will function better. So right now I need to deal with this black space, and I am looking for some ephemera cutouts. So these are all paper scraps because the pages were not in the TN size, and I have trimmed them up. So, and you can do that beautifully. This kit, this Ambrosia kit, works beautifully even if you are making a traveler's notebook size journal, because I am a little bit partial towards traveler's notebook style journals, probably because I started my junk journal making process with TN sized journals. So I'm gluing that pinkish kind of receipt bit there, and I also have a little bit of black peeking out. I don't mind that because I'm going to obviously put something over there later on. So I am going to use that the other side of the strip. So I'm going to use it like this. So look how I'm staggering things up, never putting them down at the same height or same level, because once you cut them down, that is what is going to give your masterboard an interesting look. So this is how it's looking, and now I need to finish the top part. So I have these two small bits also that I want to use, so I'm going to use one of them there, and then I'm going to finish the right hand top corner. So I'm just gluing this portion down, and I tell you, these ephemera packs are excellent. You can make your own masterboards without having a supply of vintage book page or book pages of different colors, and that's what I like, because this paper pack, it comes with a variety of ephemera of different neutral colors. Now masterboard is all about neutral backgrounds, and then putting on the focal point. So I think these are best suited for these projects like these, and of course you can use them in other ways also. You can make envelopes, you can also do all sorts of things. So probably I'm going to make just some idea that popped into my head, and make some envelopes out of these masterboard collage pieces. So that will be another project probably. So we'll see how we go, because so I can put that there, but then somehow I find that it's going to look better there. So I'm going to put that down there at the bottom of that little scrap that I have. Yeah, so that's done, and now I need to deal with that right hand corner. So I have this pinkish kind of color that I can use, so I'm going to trim this off. So that's going to match with the pink color. So and this 6 by 12 scrap portion is going to give me at least 4 tags, which are going to be 3 by 6. So and then you can have 3 journal cards which are going to be 4 by 3. So yeah, so I find that working on smaller pieces like this are better because so I have that tiny little bit of space that I need to cover. I like that stamp, so probably I'm going to go with that stamp. So I'm going to cut that out and I'm just going to glue that down. So that's how it's looking, and in the next part I'll probably show you how I'm going to stitch everything down and add accents. So this is going to be a 2-part video probably, and so if you are watching this, then please don't forget to watch the second part, because that's where the final magic will happen. So don't forget to watch the second part, which is going to be uploaded right after the first part has gone up within a day. So, and I'll positively try and put the links to the 2 ephemera packs that I've used from Tsunami Rose Designs, as well as a link to her shop, so you can check other ephemera packs that she has, and also all the fussy cut images. She has a lot of stuff in her shop, you can go and see for yourself. So I put that down, and then comes the final part where I need to trim this down and make some journal cards, ephemera and stuff like that. So now I'm going to trim this down and show you how it's going to look. So keep watching. So here it is, and now I need to cut this down. So I have my paper trimmer, and I am going to cut this down into 3 by 6 tags of 3 by 6, because then I'll have 4 tags out of this 6 by 12 paper. So I can make 4 tags out of this portion. So keep watching and see how I do that. Just very simple measurements, nothing rocket science. Just cut these out, and then in the next part I'll show you how I am decorating these masterboard collage tags or journal cards, because I will be making quite a few of these off camera also, and then we will decorate them all together in the next part. Okay, so here you can see how nice they look, and once they get the stitched look, they will look even more finished, and then we will do the focal point and labels and stuff like that. So this is how it's looking. So it's pretty nice. You get around 8 tags of this size from a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So it's pretty useful to use up all your ugly 12 by 12 papers and make something like this. So thank you.